Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today we're reacting to Does Good Karma Cancel Out Bad Karma? Sadhguru. So, I believe I remember reacting to this one. It was a lot longer of a video, but it was a long... I'm acting like a year is a long time ago. It was ancient days ago when I reacted to this, when I was pretty young on learning about Eastern philosophy and Advaita Vedanta. So, it's good to go back and re-watch some of the older videos, at least in segments, and kind of see how my mind has changed. I mean, I don't think it's changed necessarily too much, just because it's more along the lines I've gotten more information and refined some of the things that I thought of. Well, actually, there's a few things that there's quite a bit of a change to, and a lot of things that's gotten reinforced, and a lot of things that gotten clearer. So let's go ahead and watch this one.
Can good karma cancel out bad karma?
There's no manager sitting up there and managing you. This is what karma means, that you understand you're the source of your life. Will you make sure it is the conscious activity that you perform which will rule the destiny of your life? This is something you have to decide.
Sadhguru, one question on karma. So, can good karma cancel out bad karma? And
what did you do today?
So there's been a couple of things, and let me go ahead and I guess spill out what I've learned. My biases, I guess you could say. That no, good karma does not cancel out bad karma from the comments that I've read. It's a matter of accumulation, so you get bad karma and good karma. Although I do remember asking the question, if a stranger punches you in the face, it goes vaguely along the lines, if a stranger punches you in the face, you deserve it because of karma. But then the person that punched you in the face, does it get bad karma? According to one of the comments that I read, yeah, they get bad karma, but they did it because it's very odd. But you deserve it because you got punched in the face, but at the same time, the person that gave you what you deserve got bad karma because he punched you in the face, which is kind of weird. It's kind of like it's a flaw in the system in a sense, because you're doing what you're supposed to do, but you're accumulating bad karma, which is weird. Why is what you're supposed to do supposed to give you bad karma when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing? Which I think the Bhagavad Gita, at least with the battle with Arjuna, and is it Krishna? Yes, I believe it's Krishna, Lord Krishna. I think that will explain it a lot better in terms of your purpose in life. And I definitely want to get to that. That's I believe the most popular, I believe, of the Gitas. And anyways, so that's one of them. And also Swami Sarvapriyananda says that once you become enlightened, your body will still accumulate good and bad karma, but you'll be unaffected, because the Turiya was never affected by the karma in the first place. But it's kind of weird that the body still accumulates these good and bad karmas, because that's going to go on to the next life. But if you're enlightened, whose life is that going to go to? I mean, technically everything is a Brahmin, but you know, it's just kind of a little confusing. It's the thoughts that I have in my mind. So let's go ahead and continue with this one.
I'm asking for humanity, not for myself. And is our life predestined, or can we change it by karma? And what is good karma?
So let's understand this word. I know this has become part of English lexicon. Karma is an English word now. The word karma means action. As you sit here, there is physical action going on, there is mental action going on, emotional activity going on, energy activity going on in every one of us. Whether you're awake or asleep, 4 dimensions of karma are happening all the time. Since you woke up today morning, except for that bad karma you did. No, you don't have to reveal that. Since you woke up today morning till this moment, just a few hours. How much of these 4 dimensions of karma did you perform consciously?
Should I answer? I was not conscious while performing my actions, they just happened. And
I'm saying for almost every human being is well below 1%. If you take in a day, well below 1%. So when 99% of your actions are accidental or unconscious, you do one thing, you just drive here. Here the traffic is very slow, it's safe to try this experiment. 99% of the time, just close your eyes and simply sit like this. Once in a way, handle the steering. Let's see where you will be in 5 minutes. This is a disaster of human life. So you must understand this. This is the most profound dimension of Eastern cultures, that we told you your life is your karma. This means your life is your making. There is no manager sitting… I'm not talking about you guys. There's no manager sitting up there and managing you. Your life is your karma. The way you do it is the way it happens. There is no other way. Only because over 99% is happening unconsciously, it looks like some other force is manipulating you. All bad drivers are like this. When they get into some kind of a crash, I was driving properly only, something happened. Have you heard this? Something happened, something supernatural happened and I crashed my car. No, you're just a dumb driver. So the same thing goes for life. The same thing goes for life, that we constantly reminded you. Now in this generation, it's lost in probably maybe your mother or let's say your grandmother's generation. If they sit down, stood up, they said karma, prarabdha, mukti, moksha. This is a proper day-to-day conversation, not spiritual conversation. Yes or no? Every day. It's time you bring it back, because karma means you're reminding yourself, everything that I'm doing and not doing is my fundamental responsibility. If you ask me, people have been asking, I have not articulated this till recently, but some people have been asking me, so I'm these days talking to them and I'm saying, what is the mission? They ask me. I say, the mission is just this, religion to responsibility. You think it is there, no, it's here. This is what karma means, that you understand you're the source of your life. Is there no other force working in the universe? Yes, it is. But even to harness this, harness that is your business, isn't it? Hello? Even to harness that is your business, otherwise what's the point? So karma means your life is your making. There is nothing else that can decide. If you take charge of your body, let's say you have some mastery over your physical body, 15 to 20% of your life and destiny will be in your hands. If you take charge of your mental process, 50 to 60% of your life and destiny will be in your hands. If you take charge of your basic life energy into your hands, 100% of your life and destiny will be in your hands. Every young person must first explore this dimension before you step out into the world and mess other people. Yes, very important.
I do not disagree with them. I completely agree with them. I mean, that is something that's, I guess, severely lacking. I don't know if a lot of people hear the news that's going on, seems like it's going on around the United States. I don't know how bad it is, but it makes it seem like it's pretty bad. I generally don't think it is, but anyways. But it's because there is a serious lack of inward looking. I mean, this is going a little bit outside of what he's talking about in terms of karma, but at the same time it is similar. That what he's talking about there about the inner processes, your actions, your thought, and your emotions. If you can get all of that in order, you'll have 100% of your life going your way. And I have a feeling a lot of Westerners will think that's like, oh, so I can become the CEO and a billionaire? It's like, no, that's not what that means. Just because you have your life the way you want it going doesn't mean that that does not extend to anything external. It's all internal. So That means that if you don't want to be offended, if you don't want to be hurt, if you don't want to be sad, if you don't want to be happy, you won't be any of those things if you have complete control over your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions. But a lot of people will hear that, because and again, how my mind works, that's whenever I heard that, I thought of my biases, which would say, it's like, oh, so you mean I can be a billionaire? Then I thought of it clearly without it. It's like, no, what he means. So I can look at it from many different angles. The way I'm learning it from Western philosophy, and the way I would have interpreted it with my Western mind, and basically I saw both points of views. Again, oh, I can control my destiny. I can control everything around me. That's what I think a typical person would think, is that I can manipulate the world, but that's not what it means. That's not what's, hopefully not what Sadhguru is meaning. Sadhguru is basically saying you have complete control over your body, and how you feel, and how you present yourself. You have complete control over yourself.
But what is the fix for the morning's bad karma? You must understand, karma is not like reward and punishment system. It is just residual memory within yourself. Everything, every thought, every emotion, every action, every moment that you do, in some way is recorded into this. This memory creates a tendency for you, because so much memory is gathered, naturally. It's like software, you're writing unconscious software every moment. See, if you walk from here to here, I'm telling you, there are at least 25 different kinds of smells. You're not conscious unless something is very strong, acute, in some way, in a positive or negative way, then you will notice, otherwise you're not noticing. You will see if a dog passes, he's just figuring out what you have done, what you have not done, your good karma, bad karma, everything is just figuring out. Yes or no? You also are conscious, your system also is perceiving it, because your neurological system is far more superior to the dog's neurological system. Do you agree with me? Hello? Dog lovers, is it okay? Human neurological system is far more advanced than any other creature, you also capable. But because of cerebral activity, you're missing it. You do one thing, just go live in the jungle for some time, you will see suddenly your sense of smell. You just know everything just by raising your nose a little bit.
I've heard of that a little bit, and it's something that's it's pretty obvious. If you go into, I guess smoking is a pretty strong one, where if you smoke all your life, and then you get used to that smell, but if you go into an environment where it's very clean and you don't smoke, then you go back to a smoking environment, after an extended period of time, you'll notice the smell. You're like, oh yeah, I can smell it. It's very strong. And that's one thing, just to be very blunt and obvious about it, is like smoking smell. And then even then, like if you go into a let's say some secluded island where there's no, combustion engine, and it's very clean air, there's nice wind gush, you can really smell fresh air. Which is kind of weird. People can smell the freshness of the air, and then when they go back to their cities, even though it's relatively clean, they can kind of smell the combustion engines with the smoke coming out, and people smoking, obviously, and people smells too, like the perfumes and stuff.
Sticking your nose out, you just know what's coming, what's going. You will see in the villages in India, they'll say it's going to rain today. You understand? Nothing, no sign of rain, no cloud, no nothing. He'll say it's going to rain today, and it will, because the changes are happening in the atmosphere. So, because of this unconscious nature, if you walk from here to here, these 25 smells, for example, are all recorded in the system. And all like this, visual inputs, audio inputs, everything is recorded. Depending upon the type of material you've taken in, slowly you will develop an unconscious tendency. Suddenly you'll like this, not something else, because of the kind of inputs you have taken in. These tendencies, traditionally, because you're coming from the scripture, traditionally we call this vasanas. Vasana is a very good expression, because vasana literally means smell. So, depending upon the type of smell, accordingly you draw that type of life towards you, or you move in that direction, that's what they're trying to say. But this is essentially, to put it in modern terminology, you're building an unconscious software, so naturally it begins to function in a certain way. It doesn't matter what is the software, can you rewrite it? Of course you can. That is also your karma. So will you allow unconscious activity that you have performed to rule the nature and destiny of your life, or will you make sure it is the conscious activity that you perform which will rule the destiny of your life? This is something you have to decide.
That is loud. Okay, and actually I wanted to say this whenever we talked about karma, and it made me think of, I think he was talking about the Western. And I guess I like to separate, because karma and as far as I understand in Western culture is meaning it's something similar to I believe the original karma, your accumulated actions from your past. So when you get punched in the face, people say, oh, well, that's karma, you deserved it, you must have done something bad in your past. So Western karma, I like to call it Western karma, does get some of it right. And I guess I like to separate Western karma with regular karma, kind of like how we talk about football. Well, football in America is it's football and football in the rest of the world is soccer, or when they kick the ball. It makes sense the rest of the world football is football because you use your foot to kick the ball, where America you throw it with your hands. It should be handball or something like that, or that's basketball, but you get my point. So I don't know. It's just a thought out there to separate, American karma, probably Western karma, to what karma originally is, because karma is so much more than just your actions having repercussions in the future, even though that is part of the original karma, I believe. But anyways, that is my reaction to, does good karma cancel out bad karma? Which I don't... Did he answer that question? I know he talks about how you have control over your life. You have control over your karma, your actions. It's just a matter that you do 99% of it unconsciously and 1% of it consciously. Which, what I derived from that was the fact that your body's memory, your cells, your DNA, RNA, I can't remember which one, has its own memory, which does it on its own. When you eat food, it's not like you're having to think, it's like, okay, turn that into feet. Okay, feet. You're not having to do that. It's all unconsciously being done for you. Your nails automatically grow. You're not having to think about yourself. Grow hair, grow hair, grow hair. You're not having to do that. Stop growing a little bit. It's too long right now. Need a haircut. But that's basically, a lot of functions happen naturally in your body, and you don't want to continue to have your body acting on its own accord. I am so dumb. I just thought of, like, you just walking in a room and then your body just lets poof. It's like, oh, my bad. It's just my body. I mean, don't crop dust the place. Anyways, that's my reaction to, does good karma cancel out bad karma? If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.